Week 8 sits and starts, why tight ends hate Johnny Football, and pulling the plug on CJ Anderson. The dream is over, kids. Week 8 of Keepers starts right now. Hey everyone, welcome to Keepers. I'm Susanna Collins. So Halloween is around the corner and I had every intention of dressing up for this episode and calling it Jeepers Keepers and doing all sorts of fun stuff. And then I got stuck in traffic and I was late and all my plans went down the toilet. What can I say? I'm the Ryan Mallett of fantasy hosts, guys. My apologies. Hey, let's lighten the mood. Here are my Week 8 sits and starts. Start Marvin Jones. He's been targeted 20 times over Cincy's last 2 games. That is 5 more times than anybody else on the Bengals. And they get the Steelers next, whose already shaky secondary could see William Gay miss the first game of his 9-year career with a shoulder injury. Either way, expect a nice game from Jones. Sit Latavius Murray. Poor Murray. Guy has to go from cruising around over and through the Chargers' league worst run defense to now squaring off against a Jets defense that has been impossible to run on, especially since Sheldon's return rounded out the Sons of Anarchy. Just 50 yards allowed in the 2 games since he's been back. Hell, even Bill Belichick just punted on the notion of running on them. He wanted no part of that. So start Justin Forsett, who now gets to run against those same bolts that backs have been tearing up every single week. With San Diego also banged up at inside linebacker and traveling cross country, it should be more of the same for John Pagano's unit. Maybe Chuck's not the only member of that family tree on the hot seat. Yikes! Sit Brandon LaFell. LaFell's return to the Pats lineup featured no fewer than 5 dropped passes and only 25 total yards. Yeeks! And it's likely going to take him a couple weeks for him to completely shake off that rust and start putting up his typical numbers that we're used to seeing. So the idea of playing him on a short week against the surging Dolphins, big mistake. Big. Huge. Start Richard Rodgers. With Denver being able to counteract Randall Cobb and James Jones with 2 corners that are playing as well as anyone, Green Bay may need to lead on their tight end a little bit more than usual, especially in the red zone. And Rodgers has shown promise in 2015 with that other Rodgers guy targeting him 30 times on the season with a couple of TDs to boot. Sit Gary Barnidge. It'll either be Josh McCown starting with a bum shoulder or Manziel, if the NFL lets him, who doesn't throw to tight ends. It's just not his thing. Regardless, Barnidge should be quieted by a feisty Cardinals defense, who with their million good safeties have been incredible against tight ends this year. Buy low on DeMarco Murray. Even after taking a bit of a step back after strong outings in weeks 5 and 6, he'll continue to put up numbers. Chip Kelly, also their personnel czar, is going to keep giving the lion's share of carries to Murray after handing him that fat contract, even if Ryan Matthews deserves more touches. Sell high on DeAndre Hopkins. Yes, he recently just had a 4-game stretch that was off the charts, but that was with a mind-blowing 65 targets during that time. Not sustainable. Nate Washington missed basically 3 of those games, which is a big reason for seemingly every Texan pass going Hopkins' way. But you saw how their passing distribution changed on Sunday when Washington returned. If you can get a massive haul for Hopkins, I'd pull the trigger. Buy low on Golden Tate. Their offense had been stale and predictable under Joe Lombardi, but now there's a guy named Jim Bob Cooter calling the plays, and hey, it's worth a shot to see if he can spice things up and get Tate looking like he did in 2014. And with a name like Cooter, anything's possible. Sell high on Ronnie Hillman. What a nice guy, pumping up his value for you by producing big games against the Vikes and the Browns. He's a real giver, that one. Use that leverage to ship him for any sort of decent return before he comes back down to earth. Hire Michael Floyd and fire Tavon Austin. After some dislocated fingers kept Floyd from making much noise in the early part of the season, he's now joining in on the fun of Zona's passing attack, firing on all cylinders. As for Austin, Jeff Fisher and Frank Signetti have no idea how to use this guy, which has left him with single-digit receiving yards in half his games. Plus, it won't be long till that offense turns into Gurley left, Gurley right, Gurley up the middle. I mean, why would it not? Tough break, Tavon. Hire Darren McFadden and fire CJ Anderson. Jerry Jones has already announced that Darren McFadden will be moving into their starting lineup. And with a banged-up Joseph Randle, McFadden has a chance to do some real nice things for an offense that doesn't want to rely on Matt Castle to carry them. I mean, can you blame them? And cut Anderson for him. I know you probably drafted him real high, but just bite the bullet, rip that Band-Aid off. It's time. It really is. There you have it, guys. Thank you so much for watching this edition of Keepers. Have a fantastic Halloween, and remember, if you're over the age of 13, you are way too old to go trick-or-treating, buy your own damn candy, or steal it from some kids. It's really easy. Hey, be safe out there. We'll see you next week.